All right, guys. We're back. Last episode before Decision Day.
Decision Day.
I think.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is the first season of Married at First Sight that I've actually watched and didn't miss any episodes.
Oh, yeah?
Because it was always just something you were watching and I would just pop in and out and be like, oh, they arguing? Oh, they together?
Did they make it?
And so, yeah, this is an interesting place to be in, to say the least.
Makes you feel good inside, doesn't it?
Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the one couple that we can just easily just brush out of the way, Olivia and Brett. They broke it to their friends that they're not together. We already know that they already had told their friends that they weren't together, because who doesn't tell their friends when something for a TV show works or doesn't work?
Right, exactly. So we knew that their friends knew that they wasn't together.
Yeah. And then Brett and his friend had to reshoot their scene a second time because they were outside and then they were inside.
Yeah.
Perhaps the second time, perhaps the weather changed. I don't know. Little odd. I'm still fuzzy on the details, but whatever.
I'm still trying to figure out why are we still talking about them.
I mean, we're done now.
I'm saying in the show, like, why are they still on the show?
Then they're still going to be there next week.
Yeah.
Like, there's no decision to make. But, you know, whatever.
It is what it is.
All right. Next up, Christina and Henry.
What you got?
Where did we start? We started with them leaving the couples retreat, right?
Yeah.
Because when they came in, Henry was talking in his confessional about her lying about him being gay.
Yeah.
And we noticed that he slept in the other room with the smaller bed.
Of course.
I'm shocked that he didn't just go home. Because he goes home to go to work every day.
Right.
So
I would just stay there. Like, I ain't finna sit, like, anyway.
I think he's committed to not the process, but seeing through to decision day. Yeah. Like, he has committed to that part.
Yeah.
Christina met with that old man.
Yeah.
And told him that she can't be the only one trying.
He was just there to listen. He wasn't there to give any type of advice or anything.
He was there for the free meal.
He definitely was there for the free meal.
She probably called him and was like, hey, they telling me I gotta...
He came to the house, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, he was probably like, hey, they paying me to go out to eat with somebody. You want to go to this restaurant?
Right.
I think Bourbon Street might have a few places open. We can go catch a meal.
Yeah. But now, like, he was just there listening to her, because I feel like he knows, like, more than what he knows Christina, and he knows what she's saying.
That's her uncle. He better.
That's her uncle?
Nah, I'm just saying. He's an old man.
I thought he was a friend.
Random old man. Because he's a lot older than her. And I just couldn't imagine them being close friends.
Yeah.
So.
But no, he knows her, and he knows, like, what she's about. So it's kind of like, are you really telling me the truth, or is this, you know, like, what else are you leaving out?
This is the next step for the show.
Yeah.
It is what it is. She did spend some time while she was talking to him, coming up with things that she likes about Henry, which I thought was a stretch.
Honestly, I stopped listening.
It was hard.
Like, I truly tuned out.
It was very. I think you might have closed your eyes at one point during that conversation.
Like when they were talking, like, because I know, like, if decision day comes and they say, I want to work it out, it's like, why? I wouldn't even watch it. It wouldn't even be worth, like, hearing that part, because it's like, no, y'all definitely don't need to, like, it didn't work.
What did Elsa say? Let it go.
Right. Exactly.
His friend Kristen comes over. Kristen, in very few words, said, I don't like her.
She literally said that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. In very few words. It wasn't a roundabout.
Yeah.
It was very straight to the point. I don't like her.
She don't believe that she tells the truth.
Correct.
One thing I thought was interesting, and it was smart, is that Henry didn't bring up the fact that she called him gay or accused him of being gay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the mentions of him being gay at this point in the show is just the producers continuing to reiterate it as an issue, not that Henry is like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that.
No, I think
he's literally like, he's resolved within himself. That was the final straw for me. I'm done. You want me to give you another soundbite about it? Okay, but as far as me, myself personally, I'm done with this. So I think that entire exchange is honestly just producer led, which
I honestly
it's a reality show.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that, but I just think it like bothered him because it bothered me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You make this accusation of me of a serious accusation because that could be damning to his character in some shape, form. But I don't know. But you know, it bothered him. And it bothered me. It's like you saying you accusing this man of something, but then you don't show proof, and then you act like everything's okay. Like we just didn't have this discussion. Like that bothers me to my core.
They
like,
didn't. She left.
That bothers me to my core.
They didn't.
It's like this didn't happen. He brought that up too when they went to dinner. Mm-hmm. Like how she was living in two different, like basically how they were living in two different worlds. Mm-hmm. Like she's trying to rekindle a love that they never had. And he's like, why are we playing this game?
Yeah, but he only does it in the confessionals. Like I think he's playing nice at the dinner, but then in the confessional, his inner mean girl comes out. Where it's like,
nah, you should have saw did you see the reactions that he had to her when she or the producers' reactions, when she started crying? Mm-hmm. It was like, I was like, Henry for her.
I'm tired for him.
Right. I was like, Henry for her.
I'm tired for him.
Right.
I'm tired for her because she is exhausted in trying to pull things out of him, and he is exhausted in trying to give whatever he feels that he's giving. Yeah. He just needs to be with Kristen, and she just needs to find somebody that wants to be with her.
Exactly.
It is what it is. Kristen.
Did you notice that she never got out the bed when he left?
No.
She was on her phone, put her phone down when he walked in. Mm-hmm. Soon as he walked out and left, she picked her phone back up. That's an issue. Anyway, that's all I got.
I mean, it's an issue when you're in a loving, healthy relationship. I'm just saying. It's not an issue when you know you're not going to be together.
And then they told each other, like, I guess we just, like, they played the part real well. Anyway, man, that's all I got with Henry and her and Christina.
Right. Next up is Woody and Amani. They started out talking about measuring levels of commitment. Amani met with Nicole about decision day, and she let her friend know that they exchanged love words. So that she told him that she loves him and he loves her. She mentioned about Woody's listening comprehension skills and back up that Burka versus burger. And
get the mayonnaise.
That was still funny in the moment when it happened again. But I think that Woody is like most guys. Listening comprehension comes and goes only when it's working out for them. I have the same issues with you.
I was going to say, man, I don't know what to say about that. Like, I was like, man, you just gotta, honestly, you just gotta focus. Yeah.
Do better because you have terrible listening comprehension skills as well.
That is true. That is true.
It is what it is.
You just gotta do better, man.
Woody sat down and talked to his grandma, and grandma said she likes them together. So grandma gave the stamp of approval. Yeah. She offered for Woody to pay attention as advice. So grandma knows that he has bad listening comprehension skills. Grandma was dropping some
jewels, man.
I love grandparents. Yeah. I wish I had more of them.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Next thing I wrote down is that they had dinner together and Woody cried. I don't remember what prompted the random
He cried
tears.
Because he was tripping on where they are. basically.
That they in love.
Like, yeah, because he didn't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? He saw himself getting married, but he didn't see himself.
Because he signed up on this show.
Yeah, but he didn't see himself. Like, he didn't see it happen.
Like, actually falling in love with him.
Right.
Okay. I think I tuned them out. Like, you tuned out Christina and Henry. I tuned out Woody and Amani because I felt like at this point, nothing that they say is going to sway them working out on decision.
I think they really try. I think the production part really tried to make it suspenseful with
the two of them.
Between Woody and Amani, with Woody being so adamant about don't surprise me.
Mm-hmm. I wrote down my last note for them was Amani needs to stop with the antics.
Right.
Like,
right. We know
you're in love with this man, or as much as in love as you can be after 4 months. He is the same head over heels for you, or as much as he can be 4 months in. Like, let's stop playing like it's not gonna work out. Like, it is. Let's move on.
Right.
I guess that's not a good television show, but at this point, it's just frustrating because just like, it's gonna work out. So let's just
they gotta have something, man. So it's that's
not make it a 2-hour episode.
I mean, it's been 2 hours this whole time.
It'd be okay.
More commercials, man. But no, like, that was the biggest thing that they had. And, Woody was just like, man, just don't surprise me.
I agree.
If we talking about it and we on the same page, it's like, hey,
don't change up.
Let's figure it out. So, what's interesting though, cliffhanger, is the next episode, they use Amani's voice to say, I want to get a divorce.
She probably said, I don't, and they omitted don't.
Yeah.
Or she said something along the lines of, I'm not going to say I want to get a divorce.
Yeah, she probably just said that and then used it for, we know.
It is what it is.
Camera tricks.
Production. You got anything else?
No, that's it, man. They pretty much going to stay together. It's my thing. So.
All right. So next up is Amelia and Bennett. This is the first time with Amelia and Bennett that I felt uncomfortable.
Oh, man.
Like, there's always been awkward.
Yeah.
But I was never uncomfortable with the awkward.
Yeah.
This is the first time watching them that I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah. I want to start off with Hayden. Thaddeus.
Yes. He's the second note. I said Bennett's friends are weird, mostly Thaddeus.
Yeah.
And then I said Thaddeus asks, does he know her or does he know her representative? My cousin Regina and I always joke about knowing who a person is versus knowing their representative and how long people can keep up their representative. Yeah. I think it's harder when you live with someone at the beginning of the relationship, especially going through a pandemic.
Yeah.
There is no representative because after a while, it's just like, look, this is what you get.
Right. Just let it all hang out.
And then he says that they need to go through something to reveal their true colors. And I think that for Amelia and Bennett, and I don't know if you were about to get at this with Thaddeus, but I think for Amelia and Bennett, like the hardest thing that they're about to have to go through is her moving.
Yeah.
Because that's a decision that he has to make. But even throughout the pandemic, the fact that Bennett has built this tiny home, he's surviving on gig economy. Like that's tough for him in and of itself, but he's making money now through production of this show. And Amelia basically not doing anything, but I won't say she's not doing anything. She's volunteering and she's getting prepared to go to Virginia. But there's nothing that has been like a big like speed bump in their relationship aside from moving. So I think that the way that was handled is interesting.
I think the way Thaddeus came at it, it was a better way to say it.
When he compared Bennett to a dog,
I was like, that's harsh, man.
He said he would be sitting in her apartment like a dog waiting to come home and be walked. I don't think that is, and I would be friends after that.
No, like, man, it's one thing to say that.
Right.
It's another thing. We got to go through some conflict to really choose. Like, no, man, y'all just live your life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about how you respond to issues and problems. You figure that part out because nobody knows how to do that.
Right.
In the beginning. And
nobody knows how to do that until they're like presented with it. Because like some of the biggest conflicts of our relationship, if somebody had told us that these things would arise, we still would not have handled them the way that we handled them. Mm-hmm. So it's just, it is what it is.
But I thought he was a hater.
He was a hater, and I don't like the dog comment. Yeah. Like, I just don't compare me to like an animal that can't think for itself and needs like somebody to come do everything for it. Like Bennett is fully capable in gig economy, which is what he's doing there. Like he can do that in Virginia. Right. That's not an issue. Right. They're moving to Richmond. There are schools there. So it's always gig economy. There's always something to do. Mm. He can figure it out. He's a grown man.
Yeah. What else you got? Amelia and the
tarot reading,
the witch with the tarot reading. I was like, I didn't even know they still had witches out here.
Yes, it's Halloween. This is the second tarot reading that this couple has gotten because Bennett got one with his sister. I don't really remember the findings of the tarot reading.
I just find it interesting because my experience with tarot reading is what's her name? I can't remember her name, but she always used to come on the infomercial.
Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo.
I was about to say, you had a tarot reading?
No, I didn't.
That was a psychic reading.
Was it?
Yeah, she didn't have tarot cards.
All that stuff, like, it's all the same. Yeah, same to me. I'm sorry if it's like, I know.
It's different. Me and your cousin were supposed to go and do tarot readings together. Like, she bought a Groupon for it, but we never went. I don't remember what happened.
But I mean, like, that was interesting. Then it just cut off. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it just ended. That's what it was. It just ended abruptly. And I was like,
I didn't really get a lot from Amelia's talk with her friends. Only thing I did get out of that was that they like her, like Bennett.
Yeah, they both led with the fact that they like Bennett.
Which I feel like if you didn't like Bennett, you're difficult.
Yeah, but Amelia later in the episode also said the same thing to Bennett about herself. She was like, I get along with everybody. Yeah. So it is what it is. I put that they had dinner together that night, which was their last romantic dinner before decision day. They had pizza and something else. I don't know what the something else was. She wore a crown from the Apple Juice King.
And I said Bennett looked like what did I say? Bennett looked like the dude that got Juno pregnant. What do you like his little fit, man?
I forgot about that movie.
I was like, dog.
The last thing that I wrote about was what made me uncomfortable. Well, not the first thing. The first thing was Thaddeus, but Amelia being confronted by Bennett about how she ended up on Married at First Sight. He said that he wanted to be married, and she said she thought doing a reality TV show would be cool.
I felt like his whole energy changed.
It did.
From that point on. And I was like, she just got divorced.
It makes me wonder, though, like, are intentions that important in this?
Nah, I don't think so.
The end goal is met on both ends.
Yeah. I think her honesty in that is commendable. It's messed up, but her being honest at that point.
But I don't think that it's any shade towards him.
I don't either. But his, like, you could just see in his body language was completely different going forward in the episode. And I was just joking when I think they're gonna get a divorce for that, because
I didn't think that you were meant that.
I still think they're going to work out. It's just now he's looking at it from a standpoint of, but I had the intentions to, and then it's gonna be in his head. So is she in this for the reality part, or is she in this because she really likes me.
Mm-hmm.
And so the only way for him to figure that out is to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be silly of him, like, up until this point, he's been great with her. It'd be silly of him not to keep going. But you definitely saw energy change in him. And I don't think Amelia, like, saw it. Or at least she didn't respond to it in a manner that you, like, would see it.
Yeah, I agree. You got anything else for them?
No, that's all I got.
All right, so we're going to round it out with the 50-50 couple.
Yeah.
We don't know. This is truly like...
This is the couple everybody's coming to see, I feel like.
Yeah, this is who we want to know what the decision is. Like, who makes what decision? Yeah. And I think it's more so what decision does Miles make that we're all interested in.
I'm also interested in Karen's decision.
Are you?
Yeah.
She threw out her toxic masculinity again.
Yeah, she did.
So, okay, let's start. So they talk to each other about talking to friends and family about decision day. One of his homies came back over and he talked about Karen, like, taking laundry out of the dryer, sitting it in the chair, and then instead of sitting on the couch by him where there was no laundry, she sat on the chair, like on the arm of the chair, to eat her dinner. And that, like, that feels awkward to me because it feels like you've inconvenienced yourself for the sake of not being close to me.
Yeah, yeah. Because that was like, I felt him. The way he felt, like, why would you sit all the way? You're going out your way to not sit next to me.
Right.
So.
And I only do that when I'm upset.
I don't even do that when I'm mad. It's like.
No. I mean, like, go out of your way to do something. I don't mean to not sit beside you, but like going completely out of your way to say, I'm not doing this. Yeah. That's only a gesture that I have in being upset about something. But like, just dinner. Yeah. I'm sitting on the clean spot of the couch.
Right.
Duh.
I don't know who laughed, but I wrote, somebody laughed really hard when Miles was like, he's an overly emotional person.
His friend?
He did?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He was like, yep, you are.
That's Miles.
And I think that everybody knows that, like, if we don't know anything about Miles at the ending of this experiment, we know that he feels.
Yeah, right.
He feels all of his feelings. Miles did tell his friend, and I don't remember the friend's name, that on paper, Karen is everything that he asks for. And I think that that's the hard thing, is when someone is everything that you've written down that you want, but there's still no connection. Mm-hmm. Been there, done that. Can write a book about it.
I never wrote down who I wanted.
No. I mean, I guess it's not writing it down because I didn't write down, but it's like when you have these certain things that you're looking for and the person like checks off all of those boxes, but there's still just something.
It's just that connection out there.
Yeah, something
and
there.
I think mostly for
not there.
For Miles, it's the intimacy.
It is.
Like that's it.
And I think that if Karen was like more touchy-feely, even if they weren't having sex, he would be okay.
He definitely would.
But like, she don't want to touch him.
It's like he has it's like he wants her to want him and not want him because he said, oh, you're not doing this to me, but want him because she wants to do, like, she just openly goes and kiss him or openly rubs him or, you know, slap him on the booty or something, man, which most men don't like that. I can't stand it, but you know, it's.
Do I slap you on the butt?
You have before, not jumping. Anyway,
I don't like getting slapped on the butt either.
I do that all the time.
You do, and I tell you all the time, I don't like it.
But it's like those things is what he's looking for from her, and he's not getting it. Mm-hmm. So it makes it difficult for him to be like, I'm all into this, but I'm not. Yeah, on paper she looks good, but then in reality, it's like, she don't do any of these things for me. She's not doing it for me. So that's honestly what Miles would say no to. Mm-hmm. And we actually got to see the week rundown, so I don't know what Miles is going to say.
Flip side, her friends are over.
Her friends are over, and she had a whole spread for them.
She did.
They had drinks, fruit, the little tray thing on the table. Everybody had their feet up on the couch.
Right. Like, don't put your feet on my couch.
Like, they real comfortable over there.
One of her friends mentioned that signs that people may break up is because they can't get on the love language page. That friend had a lot to say, too. Like,
that was the one sitting in the chair?
With the long, straight hair?
Yeah. Yes. She was on the show, talked to Miles before, right? Mm-hmm. But didn't stay for the party.
Right. I think that was her.
Yeah.
Perhaps. I don't remember. And when Karen was talking to the two of them, she kept saying that she needs masculine energy. And she wants him to be comfortable stepping up as the man of the house. And I'm not sure what that means. Because, like, okay, so people think of man of the house is fix things that are broken. He fixed her car.
Yeah, I don't know. He did.
They live in an apartment, so there's not any fixing in the apartment of things that get broken. You call maintenance. Like, there are some things that you attempt to fix, but they have people that you pay for to fix things.
Like, what I was getting from that conversation of what she wants is for him to be a dominant attitude. Or a dominant.
But she said respectfully. So I don't really know how you respectfully dominate somebody.
I don't either. Like, I mean, like, it's ways. It's like, hey, he wants to be able to. She wants him to put his foot down, and she listens. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but the last time he put his foot down about something, she left.
Right.
So she doesn't want that.
I don't know. I mean, like, it's. She wants her cake and ice cream and to eat it too.
With some sprinkles on top.
I like sprinkles on my ice cream. But not like I get what she was saying, but my issue with it is, why is it the last week of this experiment and you haven't had this conversation with him?
I don't know.
I don't think we've seen her specifically say, that's another word.
Okay, Amani's daddy. Apprehensive.
He was trying too, man. But now specifically, why she haven't had this conversation with him earlier.
Right. And she still didn't have the conversation with him.
Right. No, she told him that she brought up masculinity to him. And he was like, what do you mean?
Right.
What is it that you want from a person? And I don't feel like when it comes to men being in the relationship, we was out one day. I was like, watch, they put the receipt on my side and they put it in the middle. Mm-hmm. And I was actually impressed by that. But the expectation for men are always be dominant,
protect and
provide. In the Bible, it says women submit to your husband, but it also says men submit to your wives. You know what I'm saying? So it's a two.
All right, biblical knowledge.
Right. Yeah, I know a little bit. Know a little something.
Working at the church and things.
Know a little something, but it's a two-way street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like a man, like for our household, yeah, it's certain things that I'm going to do. But then it's certain things that you're going to do that you take the lead on. Mm-hmm. And I'm behind you on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what teamwork does.
Right.
And I think that's what's missing with her concept. And you brought up a good point when we was talking about Karen. A lot of people in the comments bring up good points about Karen. But it shows us what her upbringing was like. Mm-hmm. Her dad probably was the head honcho in the house, and mom always did what dad told her to do.
What daddy says go. And I didn't grow up in that house, that type of household.
Yeah, me neither.
And I'm saying you didn't either. And even with our grandparents, what granddad says goes, but grandma knows how to get what she wants out the deal. And that's again with both sets of our grandparents in their households. Yeah. So I guess for that, I don't know. I guess if she could provide a specific example, that could have been a little bit more helpful, because at this point in the experiment phase, like before decision day, there is no providing because production provides or the network provides. Right. Protecting can only go so far in a pandemic.
Right.
He can't protect you from coronavirus.
Nah.
And nothing was going on outside. So there was really no true protection there. So, I mean, I guess I look at things differently because before I like started dating you or even got married to you, if there were things that needed to be fixed in my house, I'm not going to be a damsel in distress. Yeah. I'm going to figure it out. Yeah. And I don't know what she was looking for in that gray area.
My thing is, I just thought about this, man. Maybe she doesn't feel safe around him and not safe is to the point where he's going to do something to her.
But she doesn't think he can stop someone else.
Yeah. But
that could be valid.
That could be it. But, and not even necessarily stop someone else, but you know how, like for us, I feel safe around you. You feel safe around me. You know, it's just that feeling. And so I don't know how you can get that feeling or not get that feeling.
I don't even think it's like a level of safety, but comfort.
That too.
Comfort is what she's...
Look, we're just throwing some stuff out there, see what sticks, what doesn't stick.
Y'all, when they open up their social media pages, tag us and be like, y'all should talk to August Love Story. I want to talk to Karen. Like, I want to know I want to talk to Miles. Yeah. I want to know what he feels she was getting at. And then we can talk to Karen and figure out what she was getting at.
Like, the thing is, man, with this couple, Miles and Karen, I was truly surprised by them. I honestly thought that they were going to come in and you know,
Miles is literally what every woman says they want. They want a guy that is emotionally available, not afraid to get dirty and fix things because he fixed a car and he got a job and he's going to work every day and working his way up in said job. Literally, the only thing that you could say that you don't like is, I don't know. He got more shoes than you. That's literally it. Like, I can't.
He's definitely a sneakerhead.
Like, on paper and the way he presents himself to the public, Miles is what most women would put on a checklist. So I don't understand. Like, I'm missing something.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I hope the best for him. I don't have anything else to say about them, but I hope the best for them, and you know, we'll see next week who sticks to, if they stick together, because I think everybody else is pretty cut and dry. Like,
Amani and Woody are staying together. Yeah. Olivia and Brett have already ended it. Unless Bennett just completely flips the script off of this new information, they're gonna stay together.
Yep.
What other? Christina and Henry are not gonna be together.
Done deal. And then you got Karen and Miles.
I'm wondering though with Christina and Henry, what type of sob story Christina's gonna be, because it's gonna end in tears.
Christina's gonna cry.
It's gonna end in tears
because she's gonna be like, he didn't try hard enough, and Henry's gonna be like, you called me gay. You're a liar and you called me gay. I don't have time for that. So
very true.
And Karen and Miles, man, they I don't know.
What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Like, can I put a poll up? I'm gonna see if I can put a poll up on the video.
You can put one on Facebook.
I can put one on Facebook.
Put one on Facebook.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, guys. So that's been Married at First Sight, season 11, episode 15. Pack your bags. Please like this video. Comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm trying to make sure I hit everything. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. I'm going to get better about posting more things on Instagram. That's
okay.
My new month goal, November. Just doing a lot right now. And I think that's it. Oh, Instagram. Artieka I am Tommy T, the third.
Yep.
They're down in the description box below, so you can just click on the links and hit follow. At some point in life, I'm going to post more than just our daughter.
August Love Story podcast.
Oh, August Love Story, the podcast on YouTube. Actually, it's just August Love Story.
Yeah.
I took out the podcast.
What about on Instagram and Facebook?
August Love Story. Everything's below.
I just got to make sure you hit it. You just like, I got to hit everything. All right.
Everything's below. I think it is. Bye, y'all.